So, and if you click on pop-ins where it says chat, polls, attendees, you will be able to download the whole Nerium Success Planner, and that will really allow you to oops, that will really allow you to utilize that if you don't have it in front of you. Okay, I'm gonna wait 1 more minute, and if not, we'll just guys gonna get started. Like meanwhile, what I can say is the requirement for us before we start a brand new partner with this Nerium Success Planner plan. What we have to do is to ask them to watch the step 1, 2, and 3 of the Nerium, the new brand partner training. This is very important because it will allow us to further validate through this training what we're actually going to do. And this is the reason. So when I start a person brand new out, I tell them and I ask them, hey, please, before we schedule a faster game plan, which is what we're going to do right now, I want you to watch that training so that way we can, you know exactly what I'm going to be talking about. And the very first page that I go on the faster game plan is page 13 in the new one. It's actually page 11 in the older one. It's the brand partner checklist, because my goal with the people is to make sure that they know what they have. Because a lot of time, guys, you will find out that there's people that don't know even they have a back office. They don't know they even have a website. And sometimes as a team, when we move as a fast speed, we don't slow down to explain that to people. And this is our philosophy of what we do: slow down to go fast. So we want to go over this, and this is very important. And guys, I do want to say a disclosure. What I'm doing right now is for training purposes only. So meaning that you as a brand partner have to sit down with your brand new person and your upline and do this faster training one-on-one. This fast track training is not a webinar training. I'm just showing right now how to do the how. That's all, right? So this is very important for you all to understand. It's that if you started people and you haven't sat down with them, that's fine. But now what you want to go call up every single person that is your personal, even if it's 5 months in, 4 months in, it doesn't matter. But just say, hey, listen, we haven't done the fast track game plan yet. I want to schedule a time with you when you have 45 minutes to do it. But it's important that we go to the basics, because we want to make sure we follow the system as is. So we put in the information on the new brand partner, the opportunity website, right, which is your username, .nerium.com. Let's say your username is Dr. Well. drwell@nerium.com would be your opportunity site where you go to sign up your brand partners. And then your product side, where it's, let's say you want to just send your customers to, and you don't want to necessarily them to know about the opportunity side, it'd be your username, .nerium.com. So then, obviously, I ask people, and I'm going to quickly open the Success Planner. I ask people, oops, that's a quick sec. Okay, well, Crystal has a problem sounding that up. That's not a problem, guys. I'm just going to I'll go through it myself then. So, Ella. Oops. Guys, so then what we want to know is we want to fill out the information of the support team. Meaning is, who are people that I'm supporting. We want a brand new person. We want him to welcome at least his maybe upline and his sponsor and his market leader. So we want to, for example, if a brand new person comes in, we want to say, hey, we want to introduce you to 1 or 2 people in your upline so that people know who they are, and we want to literally write it down in your Nerium Success Planner. Who is your upline? You want to you want to write it down, you know. So then what I literally do on this checklist, I'm going to go through my to-do list, right? So that my to-do list, Ella, why is it scrolling? Is it perfectly scrolling? Do you see it?
It's scrolling your computer.
Yeah. So my to-do list. So we wanna go through it, and with every brand new person, we want to ultimately have them all checked. So the first time thing that we always ask is, hey, complete your new brand partner training, right? So we want to say, hey, we did that. Now schedule a fast start game plan. So we immediately say, hey, we want you to complete it within 24 to 48 hours, the fast start game plan, and we want to schedule a fast start game plan, which normally I would have done right now was Crystal, but for some reason that system, again, we're gonna figure out what it is. So and then I also ask people when they start right away, I'm like, hey, let's take your before and after picture. The key, guys, in our business, and if I did that, I check it off. The key in our business is to do it because we are in a business where we show people before and after pictures, and you want to immediately do it because people don't see results if they don't have it. And also they can register for the real result contest because they can win prizes, like really, really amazing prizes, and it's pretty cool. We want to make sure that they register. We want to also check with them that their auto-ship is on, because you'll be surprised that a lot of people don't have their auto-ship on. And also opt in the Nerium Gives Back. Guys, the Nerium Gives Back program is so crucial because if you're qualified to get new products and you didn't opt it in, you will not get your Nerium Gives Back. So and then we want to check off and say, so we want to ultimately check all those things off, right? And then if you receive the kit, you will have brand CDs coming in with a new training. You want to listen to those CDs because you'll learn about the philosophy of Jeff Olson, how this company operates, how it works, what it does. So I go with people through this and make sure that we ultimately have them all checked, right? So then after we wrote up who their upline and supporters, then I go with them initially through the goal. I say, hey, Jennifer or Crystal, so what is your goal? When do you want to have your 3 customers ready? You know, what would be the target date? We say, okay, our target date for that would be, you know, June 15th. I want to have my 3 customers. My target date for you know, for 6 customers, because what we have is a program. When you get 3 customers, you get your products for free for life, as long as you maintain them. If you have 6 customers, you get 2 balls of products for life. If you have 3 customers, you get 3 balls of products for life, right? So I mean, if you have 3, 6, 9, right? So I want to just kind of get a target date, and then what I do is I say, okay, Crystal, as we start in the business, how many hours do you want to invest in your business? Because obviously you're starting a business, and how many hours are you planning on investing in your business? And I want you to be as realistic as possible, and I want them to write it down. Let's say Crystal says, look, you know, I'm a single mom, I have 2 kids, I have a full-time job, but I want to invest 15 hours towards my dream. So I ask her to write it down. So and because I wanted them to know, you know, we're going to set expectation what we're going to achieve in those 15 hours. And then we have an 8-point system, and I ask people, like, go first through your Nerium Success Getting Started training, and then we're going to go through the 8-point system that that is really a great way to track your activity level. So this is where we start off, right, is the new brand partner checklist. Then I say, hey, let's go back to the 90-day game plan to Lexus, because I want to visually show people what we're trying to accomplish. It's page number 6 in the new brand partner training. It's page number 4 and 5 in the older one. So and now so what I'm doing, I say, hey, Crystal, here is what we do. You know, here's what we're going to try to accomplish over a period of 90 days. Beautiful part is we have well over 6,000, close to 7,000 people that have accomplished that. Now, some did it in 60 days. It's a 90-day game plan, so many did it in 90 days. Some did it in 6 months, a year, or 2 years. It doesn't matter. So we don't put a timeline on the 90-day game plan. The only two time sensitive positions are the facet qualified. And I say, Crystal, here's what our first goal is. Forget about everything else. It's just our very first goal is to get you facet qualified in your first 30 days. In fact, what I do is I ask them. I'm like, well, let's set a goal to actually do it in 10 days. And the reason I ask them to do it, because if we miss it in 10 days, we have another 10 days and another 10 days to do it before the 30 days is over. So, and I explained, so what facet qualified is, that means you came in at $4.99 or $9.99, and we help you get 3 brand partners. Once you have that with a total volume of $2,000, you will be able to get facet qualified. Now, our goal is also get you the products for free in your 30 days, because why pay for the product if you can get it for free, right? So, and I'm going to put a game plan together how we're going to accomplish it. The goal, why it's so important to accomplish that is because it'll qualify you for earning 10% coaching bonus and become eligible for builder bonus, and literally qualifies you for everything. And plus, it's what we duplicate, guys. And if you don't know anything about the comp plan, and all you learn is that every person you get started, you want to help them to do this, you can achieve any goal that you have. So our second 30 days, what we work with people is, I say, Crystal, our second 30 days is now, let's work with those 3 people to get them facet qualified, right? Because they only have 30 days as well. So, and then we schedule their parties, and I'm going to, again, put a game plan together how they're going to do it. And so if we do that, we will reach automatically $4,500 in volume, which will also qualify us for the iPod, which is iPad, actually. Sorry, English, my 4th language, so I apologize for my pronunciation. But that means in order to get iPad qualified, we have to do it in our first 60 days. That's the only 2 positions in our company that are time sensitive. And this is why when I start people, I say, look, in the beginning, to kick off the business, it might take a little bit extra effort. Can we commit over the next 30 to 60 days to maybe work a little bit extra hard? And because our goal is really to help you reach your goal. And if we work extra hard, we can get your iPod qualified. And I asked them, Crystal, would you give me, would you want to do that? Because I want people to want to do it, right? And if they say yes, then I say, okay, good. So because our next 30-day goal is really, so it's our goal number 3. It's help, once we qualify for iPod, now our goal is to help 3 of our people get iPod qualified. So we work now with those people and their personals to get them, to get, okay, oh, you mean here, but they see it right away?
No, but just go as
Okay.
you would go.
I apologize, guys. But they now we work with their people because to get them facet qualified, and we don't just do the work for them, but we do the work with them. So I would call Crystal. Let's say this is me. I would call Crystal and say, Crystal, let's get your 3 people on. They just started, so we want to get them faster qualified, right? So let's get them and do a fast start game plan. And again, I want to repeat myself one more time for the people that just new joined. This is for training purposes only. We do this training that I'm doing right now individually, one-on-one. This is not a webinar training because you'll know in a moment, because we will really want to get individual plan for each one. And when we work with people and we help those people get facet qualified, we create a total of $12,500 in volume, and that gives us qualification of Alexis. So again, we have close to 7,000 people has done it. Some done it 90 days, some done it in a year, some done it in 2 years. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that we help you go and achieve your goals on your terms. And it's Crystal, and this is why, but this is what we're trying to accomplish, right? So I visually show people this is what it is. Now they know what our goal is for 90 days. And now I go very quickly over the 8-point system. As I said, Crystal, thank you for watching the new brand partner training. It's step 1, step 2, step 3, minimum of that in the back office. And so, because the 8-point system is a way for you to track your activity level. See, in the beginning when we start in our business, we work much more than what we get paid for. And that's just reality. And then later on, we get paid much more than we work. Why? Because the slide edge kicks in, the exponential effect kicks in. So what means that in the beginning, we have to track our activity. So the first kind of 6 months in the business is most of it is kind of what's your personal activity. It's sponsoring people, recruiting, bringing people into the business. So and this is a way it's a point system that gives you points for all different activity levels, and your goal is to do at least 8 points a day. But don't worry about learning it right now. We will go over it later. But the most important 2 sheets in our business are the lunch sheet, and this is page number 10 and number 11. In the old book, it's page number 9, number 8, and number 10. Guys, if you forget everything that I said, but follow those 2 pages, and then the following 2 pages after that, you can truly build a business. Because this is a lunch sheet, and we want to do this with every single person we start. So, and what we do, we start out with people's why, right? And I literally, even though I'm a 1-star national right now, I literally read what it said here. So I said, well, step number 1 is determine my why. So Crystal, obviously you joined the business, and you joined it. There's been a reason. You want to achieve certain goals for you. You want to achieve certain dreams. And I read it. What motivates the real you? What is it that drives you to passionate pursuit of your best life? What is it worth it? Whether you want to have extra time with family, extra income to pay the bills, traveling, comfort, an opportunity to grow yourself as a leader. What is it? Write it down below, right? So I would say, Crystal, write down right now, what is it? And Crystal might say, hey, I want to take care for the college, sorry, my spell is not the best. College for my kids. I want to be able to provide the opportunity that, as a single mom, that I would really be there for them whenever they need me. I also want to create a financial freedom for my family. So what I always say, determine your why that moves you, that drives you, that when you wake up, you want to do this, because in our business, we all have ups days and down days. Even as leaders, we have things that we don't want to do, but we do them anyways. We sometimes feel like, hey, quitting. We have those feelings just like every one of the people. But what I do is I always go back to my why. And just so you guys know how emotional my why is, like I grew up in the poorest country of Central Asia. My mom gave birth to 7 kids, and then 3 kids later, 2 more kids later. So we had 9 kids living paycheck to paycheck. My mom is right now 57, and they never really went on a true vacation. They worked paycheck to paycheck. She protected us during war and persecution, and I owe her. I love my mom. She's the most amazing person. So I want to pay off my parents' home, and I want to buy them an RV so that they can travel and do whatever they come. And I want to send them on a world tour. This is my why. When I wake up and I feel like quitting, I go, why am I doing this business? So it's so important to take the time and go through it. So when you sit down with your new partner, brand partner, don't just get, oh, what's your why? Oh, you want to make money? Good. Next. No, no, no. Let's find the real why. What will drive you after you make the money? And then in that, I always ask people, have you owned your business before or not? Because I want to know if they did. Because if they did, great. If they don't, perfect. And then what's the most important things that you see in Nerium that can help you get your goals? So we spend time to work on that, and we ask them to write it down. And so then after we've gone through it, we go to step 2, right? And then the 2 main objection that we have in our business is getting people faster qualifying and getting your products for free. So I say, Crystal, so who are the 3 people that you're thinking of right now for your 3 for free? She say, hey, I have Jennifer. She's a friend of mine. Then I have Alex, and I have Jim. The reason I want them to write it down is because I want their brain to think already, hey, I can do it, and here's the 3 people that I already think of. And then I say, great, Crystal, so by when is your target? She'll say, hey, I want to get it done by June 15th. Awesome. So, Crystal, our second objection is to get you faster qualified. So once you have your product for free, so who are the people that you know and you would think of that are driven and motivated? And I say, Crystal, don't worry if those people never do it. Don't worry about it. But who are people that you think would be perfect for this? They say, hey, I know James is awesome, and I know I know Hugh is amazing, and my brother, my brother, So I would ask her to, write it down, right? So after we write it down, same thing. What's your goal? By when we want to accomplish it. So now we write it down. It's the same thing again, and we can say, hey, I want to get it done. Let's say if I start her today, right? I know that we only have 30 days max to accomplish the fast start, right? I want to schedule something within the next 10 days to 15 days max. Why? If we miss it, not a problem. We still have 2 tries left. So I say, okay, well, Crystal, she says, well, I want to get it done by June 10th. I want to get faster qualified. Great. So once we determine that, we know the main objection. I don't talk about let's get you $50,000 check. I talk about the most important position now, Crystal, for you is to get the 3 for free and get you faster. Don't worry about anything else. Once we do it, we'll put a game plan from there. So now step 3, and again, I'm reading it to you guys to show you how simple it is, right? Your biggest asset is the people. With whom you can share your Nerium message with. Don't make assumption. You never know who's going to be ready to get real with Nerium. And that's really important. Never to make assumption, because the people you think will, won't. The people you think won't, will. So, and now what our goal is, like I said, step 1 is, Crystal, we're going to make your list. And there's a memory jogger on page 15. Okay, make your list on page 14 in the old and page 12, page 12 in the old Nerium Success Planner, and page 14 in the new. And that memory jogger will allow you to think of anybody that you've ever met. And I tell people, create a list of a minimum 100 people. Even if you totally don't think they would never do it, put them anyways on your list. And the reason I wanted the list to be a minimum of 100 people, because on average we know that an adult by age of 18 knows 200 plus people. So we want you to take the efforts, because the list is the most important asset that you have, right? It says right here, it's the biggest asset that you have. The other thing is, if you never maybe call 30, 40 of that list, that's fine. But it's your posture. If you have 100 people on your list, if somebody says no, you say, hey, not a problem. I got 99 to go. If you only have 10 people on your list and 9 of them said, you know what, I'm not interested, you're going crazy. You're like, hey, Dad, you're the only person left on my list that didn't say no. please don't let me go. We don't want to be in desperate mode, and this is why it's important to make the list as big as you can. If you can do 150, 200, 300, it doesn't matter, but I would say a minimum of 100 people. And what we do with brand new people is what I've learned from Ron. I just say, hey, Jennifer, so let's put some important information into your phone that you need to know of Nerium. And then as we're on your phone, then I say, well, by the way, Jennifer, why don't we go back? Who are maybe the top 2 people from the A? Who are the 2 names in your A? Oh, Alex and Alexandra. Awesome. Who are the 2 names in your under the letter B? Well, we got Barbara and Bob. Great. How about the 2 letters in the letter C? So by the time we're done with the alphabet, and we only ask for 2 names, and we write them down, we already have 40 names. So now we say, hey, what are the last 10 calls that you missed? What are the last 10 calls that you did? What are the last 10 calls that that actually people called you? So and now we can get 60, 70 names together just doing that. And we want to take the time to do it because, and I write it down. Don't just say, hey, I got them in my phone. Take a piece of paper and write them down with the people, right? Because there's magic. It organizes our brain when we write them down. So, and then step 2 is once we create the list, and here's a great example how it fits, is we want to enter, 10 to 15 names and emails in your Nerium Communication Center. In fact, what I do when I start a person, I download that center on the phone right there, and I activate it through mobile. Well, it asks for a number and how to activate it, and you find that number in your back office. And where is it in your back office? It's if you go under Resources, then you go Nerium Communication Center, and then from there on, you click on Dashboard, and you see Mobile App in the navigation bar, and you click on that, and it gives you the token, the mobile token. So when you sit down, you want to activate that with people because, and we can send out videos from the Nerium Communication Center to Facebook, to emails of our friends. That's why the list is important. And then we create, and the fortune is obviously in the follow-up. Guys, on average, people say, people need to get exposed 3 to 5, maybe 7 times before they say yes. And you know what? Most of the people quit when they do it 1 time. I said no to Nerium for 2 years, 2.5 years. I said no. Why? Timing wasn't right. So the fortune is in the follow-up. It's not just in calling people. So, and here's what I do. Our system, just in a nutshell, is you create your list. We talked about it. And then you want to expose third-party tools. What that is, it's a magazine. Hey, if we talk, we don't want to be presenting anything. All we want to do is to expose people to, to information. Hey, Jennifer, listen, I just started something new. A new business in anti-aging. Here's a couple of before and after pictures. Let's say if you're in person with someone. Hey, but I'm kind of a little bit in a hurry. I wanted to give you this magazine. If I give it to you, would you read it? I would really love to get this magazine back in next 5 to 7 days, after you read it. Why? I want to create the value for it, right? Or, hey, Jennifer, if I call them, I say, hey, Jennifer, do you have 5 minutes to talk? And if they say, yes, I do, and here's what I do before I call a person, I text them before and after pictures, 8 to 10 before and after pictures. Why text? Because people open up text messages 98% of time. So and then you call them and you say, hey, Jennifer, do you got 5 minutes? Listen, I'm a little bit in a hurry. You always want to be in a hurry. But I wanted you to check out the video that I just sent to you on Facebook. It's a 2.5-minute video. Can you watch it? I'm going to call you back. Boom. That's it. You don't talk about it. And then, so you want to use the tools that we have to expose, and then you want to do a follow-up. A follow-up is a 3-way call, and there's a video that Ron does as well that's really cool on how to do 3-way calls. If you don't know how to do one, go to your phone company and say, hey, how do I do a three-way call? You want to learn it? Because our business, if you don't do three-way calls, you fade away. Three-way or fade away. So, but this is the system. We have context, we expose it to third-party tools, and then we do a three-way call, which is you call an expert, and its third-party credibility is always powerful. So this is step 3. This is really what is our engine of our business. And so now, what part of that, those contexts is to lead them to step number 4, right? So which is our real resort party. And here's what I tell you. Some people tell me, Evan, I don't want to do the parties. I don't want to do, when I start people off and they're like, hey, I don't want to do the party. I just want to do online. I want to post on my Facebook. So I go back to the why. I say, Jennifer, you told me you want to do, help your kids pay for the college. Here's what. We are the fastest growing company. Our owner has helped so many people succeed. We have a system that worked. Part of that system is the real result parties. If you don't want to do this, we should just refund your money back because I don't think you will succeed. That's just reality, guys. It is a system that it's so simple, and the parties are fun if we make them fun. You can read on page number 16 how to do a party, and in fact, if you got the toolkit, you wanna listen to the CDs and go through it, so you know. But here's what I say. I say, Crystal, so we obviously determine our target goal. For us to accomplish that, we will have 2 to 3 parties. And the rhythm for us is we want you to do 2 or 3 parties of your own your first 30 days. But then we also have a market party. We want you to attend that. And so let's schedule your party. So Crystal, what's the best date 3 to 5 days out from today to schedule your party? So Crystal might say, hey, June 2nd, where I can do my first party, at 7 p.m., and I want her to write it down, and it's going to be at my house, right? And, sorry, my spell might not be the best one. My house, and who's going to be support line? And she might say, Evan, well, can you call in? So I'm going to say, okay, I will call in your party. So how about your second party? And I want to schedule 2 parties back to back. She might say in June 3rd. Why is that important, guys? Is because we want people, if I'm talking to Jennifer, right, and I called her and I say, Jennifer, hey, how are you? Listen, I just started a new project that I'm endorsing, and I'm so excited. I'm doing my first party, or I'm doing a party at my house. It's a wine and cheese party. I'm just inviting a couple people that are my friends to come over and check it out. And it would really be really, really awesome. Leave your check, and I would say, hey, what do you do on June 2nd at 7 o'clock? If Jennifer says, hey, I'm busy, I say, oh, that's perfectly fine. How about June 3rd at 4 o'clock? Now, on the same call, you don't have, you give them an alternative choice. You'll increase your chances of people showing up, one and the other, greatly. So you want to schedule with people too. So, I schedule that with Crystal. We know when it's going to be. We know the location. We know who support leader is. So now, and this is the party. Our goal is to get 5, 10 people to your party. If you can get more, great. If nobody shows up on your party, guess what? As long as you show up, you won. Showing up is 80% of winning. So meaning is we had that. I had people didn't show up on my party. Leslie Lockhart and Ron Forrester, Leslie Hawker and Ron Forrester had people that didn't show up on their parties. It's part of the game. The cool part is if people don't show up, you go and meet with them. You say, hey, Jennifer, I understand you couldn't come. Hey, when do you have 30 minutes for us to meet? I'd love you to, check out what I'm up to. So those are parties that are really crucial. And then one of very, very important thing as well is the product prospecting system. And I'm going to just read this to you. So use the product prospecting system to promote your product to your prospects. Get your balls of Nerium ID or Optimera to your prospect as soon as possible. Make sure you complete all the steps in the product prospecting system to ensure greater success. So you can learn on page 19 or page 17 in your older book what the product prospecting system is. But I would say, Crystal, how we build our business is we give people to try the product for 5 days or less. So who are the top 10 people that are influencers that right now, whenever you get your product, we can get out to within the next 48 to 72 hours, max in your next 3, 4 days, 5 days, you want to get this product out to those people. And so, but before you get it out, just put a label on the product, say, hey, it's a 5 days tester. So then I do a test. She might say, hey, Jim Foley, Jim Gogler is my first person. I'm like, okay, great. Who else? And I literally make the top 10 list. The reason I want to do the top 10 list with them, because I want in their mind, again, have a clear understanding that, hey, I got 10 people to get it out. And so, and it's simple. I say, Crystal, when you get your products, so you put the label on it, and then how you drop it off is, you have a sheet like this. You put it in drop off. The key is to take a before picture with everyone you drop off. Even if it's on their phone, it's fine. But because we don't see how we age, we don't see how, our skin rejuvenates. This is why the pictures will do that. And then I schedule a pickup. I say, Jane, I use this product to do my business. It's a $100 bottle. I need this product back. I'm giving it to you for 5 days for you to try. When can I schedule a pickup? So now, and you can give a magazine along it. And by the way, you want all your marketing tools be labeled, meaning that when you give it to someone, you want to have a label on it. You want to have a label on it because you never know where they might end up. Like my magazines, I have 3 labels. I have on the cover of the magazines, on a DVD on the magazines, I have on the DVD holder of the magazine. Why? Because if they lose the DVD, I want them to know that they can contact me. So I say, Crystal, by when do you want to have that done? When you want to get it out? She might say, hey, by June 5th, I want to have all of my product in the hands of people. So I say, great, awesome. And we want to, like I said, follow this. We want to schedule a pickup and then take an after picture so we can show before and after picture. And after that, we say, hey, would you like to be a customer, or are you interested in making money, or both? So that's the cool part. So we fill that out, and then the last thing on the 2 sheets, I go like, okay, let's set your target day for your iPod. So obviously we get you FastJet qualified by June 30th, or June 12th. So she might say, hey, I want to get iPod by June 30th. Which is great. So now, I said that, and I say, okay, so how about when would be your target date for your Lexus? She might say, hey, I want to do that, August 30th, whatever that is. We want people to move on their terms. So great, we fill that out. We say, hey, Crystal, awesome. Guys, this is the 2 most important pages that I just went over with you. And then the last page, that I go with every person is the connect sheet, okay? We have, and I'm going to read this quickly to you, the real result rhythm is the pulse of our company. It's a system designed to facilitate the duplication of your Nerium International organization. So, to supplement like your real result parties with our Wednesday recruiting calls, and you want to have your entire organization be plugged into the real result rhythm. And guys, this is so crucial to not miss out on this step. The beautiful part is the company did everything for us. All we need is plug in and show up. So, and what it is, so I say, okay, so let's plug you in. I say, Crystal, so the first thing that I want you to do is let's get your phone right now, and let's text the word real to the number 59769. And if you live in Canada, there's a different number for that. And let me see if I actually have it. I might, if you guys give me a second. And I literally am there with Crystal to make sure that she does it. Why is it important? Because then they get on our texting system. And that texting system will inform them on all promotion, all leadership calls, And so what's so you want to plug them in. Then I said, well, Crystal, let's also save this number, the 507-7526-3800. Let's save that in your phone, because here's what I want to do is, this is the recorded line. This is probably one of the coolest thing I've seen. Never seen actually a company do it. But if you call in, it says, hey, if you're single mom, press 1. If you're a young entrepreneur, press 3. If you're a military person, press 4. And now when we're on our phone with someone, let's say I'm talking to someone who's in the military, and I say, hey, James, do you have 15 minutes right now? And they said, yes, I do. I'm like, hey, I would love to listen to someone in the military that's working in my company and actually has great success. Hold on just a second. I can three-way in this call, put in the military thing, and it's one of the cool things. You want to listen to it, and you want to save this number on your phone. Okay? So then we have the Sunday night call. Every Sunday, 9 o'clock, your time zone, we have a training call. You want to be on that training call. Remember, Crystal, when I asked you, you wanted to be 15 hours a week part-time? Well, if you have 4 hours to cut down a tree, you got to spend 3 of them, sharpening your axe. Training call is what's going to sharpen your axe. And by the way, the Canadian text number, you want to text the word Nerium to 54500. So text the word Nerium to 54500. Thank you, Leslie Lockhart. You're an absolute sweetheart for texting it to me. So then we got the Monday night Nerium University. It's at 6 o'clock every Monday, your time zone, right? So what we do through this university, get together with your team at your house, do a potluck dinner, have fun, and, bring your kids with you, and just, they can play, make it really a celebration, and get together once a week with your team to build a great culture. So, and watch together at Nerium University. It's, so you want to mark your calendar for that. And then we have Tuesdays, at 3 p.m. Central Time, and update what's happening in the company, new promotions. You want to plug in your team in it. If you missed it, not a problem. You can list it, you can listen to it under this number because it's recorded and it's posted there. So, but we want to plug people into those numbers. Then on our team, we also, you want to text the number 41411. You want to text the word Nerium to that number. That way you will be on our team, all our updates on our team and promotions that we do on our team and training calls. Because we have, like for example, Wednesday night, we have a training just from our team that is amazing. So, and it's every Wednesday. And so it's, again, text the word Nerium to the number 41411. So, and then the last thing that I tell people is, hey, connect also on social media. We have a group for our team, which is Mission 1000 and beyond. And then also Nerium has, Nerium has a Facebook page. Why you want to be on it? Because you will be able to see what's happening in our company. You'll see before and after pictures. You'll read incredible stories that you can share with your team, and you get inspired, So you want your brand new people, Crystal, to plug into it as well, so that way they know that there's other people that go there. And then last thing, I make sure that they have information to corporate calls. They have the corporate numbers and emails if they have any questions. And guys, and that's pretty much it. That's the rhythm. Again, that's what I do. And now, so I go to the checklist first. I go through it. I want to make sure that we follow what the company teaches. I want them to know they have all the information. Then I go to, the page is Mission 1000 Rising Stars. And I want to go then to the 90-day roadmap to Lexus, show them what we actually try to achieve, visual, and then I do the 2 pages, the lunch sheet, and then the last one is the connect sheet, because we want to connect sheet, and that's it. We won't do this with every single person. Guys, I'll tell you again, this training right now is not to train you. This is not doing a faster game plan with you. You want to do this individually with your people. So I'm just sharing with you how we do this, and we'll do many more of this. So don't worry about like, Evan, I didn't remember everything. But in fact, if you knew, you want to call your upline and say, hey, Jennifer or Crystal or Evan, hey, I have a brand new person I started. I would like you to do a new brand partner training with them. I'll listen and learn. And that's how we do it. So in the beginning, you're 3, 4, or 5 of those. We will, we will have, someone else do with you. But our goal is, guys, if we master this as a team, and we help people fast at qualify, you will achieve any of your goals. Don't worry about NMDs. Don't worry about any of that. But what you need to worry about, is getting people faster qualified. That's the most important position. If you just allow fasted qualify and iPod qualify, fasted qualify, and how you do it, the Nerium Success Planner. Hey, Jennifer, you started. Watch step 1 training. Let's schedule a fasted game plan interview with my upline. And you got to do it, right away. So, any questions, guys? This is pretty much a training. I'm done. Any questions that you guys have? You can type it in the chat, and that's the beautiful part of this webinar room. You'll be able to kind of see, ask questions, and we'll be able to we can have up to 10 presenters on this room. So, but that's how I do it. I learned that personally from Leslie Hawker and Ron Forrester. They do that because it's really effective. They're the #2 income earners, and they do that with every single of their brand new people. So if you want to have the level of success, we don't want to reinvent anything. All I did, guys, I followed the guide. I didn't reinvent anything. I followed it step by step, and I even read it to you. That's how simple it is. Guys, last call, do we have any question? You can type your questions in the chat. There's a public chat. You can type your question. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Pat Horton, you asked a great question. Yes, there is a way to see me and the success trainer, a Nerium Success Planner. I just today took off my video because I forgot to put my makeup on, and so yeah. Oh, okay. Ella gives me feedback. She says there's actually no way. Thank you, Evan. I wish I've heard this yesterday as I spent time with a potential BP night. His checklist would have been. That's great, guys. What we're gonna do? I'm gonna drive this home, guys. Let's, as leaders right now, the people that are on the phone, we have about 16 people. You guys all leaders. Let's drive this home. If we don't compromise on this, and we master the system, I will tell you, each one of you will achieve your goal. Now, it might take, a little bit longer than you think. That's fine. But we're going to go through this. I want you guys to call every single of your personals and schedule a fast start game plan. If you need my help, reach out to me. I have my contact. It's 503-810-4627. It's again 503-810-4627. You can reach out and say, Evan, I have a brand new person. Can you help me? Do it. We'll do it, or your upline will do it. But this is the game, guys. I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I'm gonna let you guys all run. And we will do one more We'll do many more of this. And by the way, can you type in the chat, do you enjoy kind of this format of training, so to where you actually see what's done? Can you say yes or no, I like it or not? So give me some feedback on that. Guys, if you can, just we have the checklist and file section. So by the way, we also will have that checklist or that Nerium Success Planner as a PDF on our Facebook page, our group page. Good. Thank you, Phyllis. I appreciate it. Paula, I appreciate you as well. Thank you so much, guys. I just wanted to make you guys all learned it. So, guys, I believe in each one of you. And I'll tell you, you guys have greatness in you. And Mission 1000 is helping 1,000 families to six-figure income. This is how we're going to do it. Love you guys all. Appreciate you all. And I'm always here for you to the top. Let's go and crush the months. And let's go and really help everyone. We have 2 days left, today, tomorrow. Let's go help everyone go across the finish line and not let anyone fall short. I'm just excited. Thank you guys, and I love you a lot. Be blessed.